We back. Twitter is up. It's happening, ladies
What
and
up,
gentlemen.
Caffeinds? What up? What's going on?
Oh yeah,
It's a
you do the intro
podcast.
now.
I do the intro. Yeah, you're so excited about Twitter. This is my intro.
Yes,
No,
go
we're
to
all good.
twitter.com/caffeines.gg. No, that's not how it goes. Twitter.com/caffeinesgg. I need some caffeine. So
Get it.
let's cheers.
Do it. I got the cold brew.
I got the
You
Polish Monster
I
Energy
heard
drink.
you got you got a monster from the Baltic regions. So that's what I heard.
Yeah, I was at my local bodega and I was like, man, I need an energy drink. It's a matter of coffee. Terrible thing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a sin.
and so I pick up this Monster and then I look at I try to read it, and it says "Porvichina Puske Monster Energy Nas Biagie is," and I'm like, okay, yeah, these are words that I've read before. So,
That's good.
Dzień dobry to all my Polish friends. It's Caffein's Cast number 17. We're coming off a week. Last week, it's hard to follow. Our good friend D Flawless, the man, the myth, the legend.
That was a great conversation. Shout outs to D Flawless.
Yes, absolutely love that guy. And I'm sure we'll see more of him around this channel. We'll be helping him get some stuff done prior to Beyond Light. Very, very excited to do that. But this week, we're just going to do a good old-fashioned TWAB read down. Some announcements happening, not only on the Bungie side, but here on the Caffeine side as well. So the title of this episode, we never really read the title because I normally just sort of bullshit them, is
I gave you too much credit for this one. I told you it was a good title, and it went to your head.
Announcements, arrivals, and a departure. And we'll get to the departure in due time. But Perk, yes. Cheers it up.
Cheers, sir. Cheers, sir. Mazel tov.
Yeah. L'chaim. All right. Mm-hmm. So, before we jump into any Bungie related articles, do we have any business on the block for you?
Business on the block. I mean, you got that screenshot, right? So we can talk about a little bit of a new thing that we've kind of sort of been teasing for a little bit. It is the Caffeinds website, caffeines.gg. Little screenshot right there. Got some articles up on the top tab. You got the Fiends, and you got our main feed. So I know it's like, honestly, kind of a weird thought in 2020 to be like, why would you make a website with stuff? Like, this isn't the .com era. But you know what? With as much stuff that's out there, sometimes you miss some stuff. Sometimes you want to go back to kind of home base, read some articles, read some thoughts. And in corroboration with us as streamers, as gamers, and as a clan that plays together, we wanted to put our thoughts and everything kind of just together in one central spot to then which will also be shared, on social media. So I don't feel the need to, have to come back to the site. It's not like we're going to be holding out on information there, but it's just kind of a new old thing, if you get what I mean, with some new stuff. So wanted to kind of get more in depth with our thoughts on the weapons, on Destiny, on even just technology, little stuff like that. So come back from time to time for some articles. And for anybody who is out there who is listening, looking for a clan, looking for a group of people to play with, come check us out. Come follow us, join the Discord. We've got a command and chat for that. It's also on all of our profiles and everything. And just come hang out and be part of the community. Get some good stuff done with good people.
Good stuff, good people. When you're here, you're family. Caffeine.
Right?
Yeah. That's definitely our original slogan, guys.
We can steal
it's
that.
worth noting. Caffeines.gg, not up yet. We'll tweet soon about it, assuming Twitter comes back up. I
look
was
for it tomorrow. Actually, we're actually pretty ready.
Yeah, so it'll be up shortly, soon. TM. And you get to see all the fun stuff that we're putting out for you. That's sort of outside of the game, and this stream. That said, I'm really excited to make content for the website. I don't really know what I'd be writing, to be honest. Like, dear blog, today was really great. Here's the amount of caffeine I drank. Good night. JK,
this isn't live journal. We're not respawning live journal, although we could.
I'm more of a Zynga guy.
Wow, that's a deep cut, and not the kind that goes away. That is memorable. But that's honestly kind of a weird thing, but it is the entry point to social media and stuff, right?
Yeah. I went back a few years ago, not a few years ago, like 5 years ago, to look at the beginnings of my like steps onto the internet as like a human, and I was like, oh, this should never see the light of day. So I immediately Like
Cringe.
Yeah, well, I cringed, but I also realized I couldn't find my login for this website.
You just search for yourself.
So I ended up emailing like Zynga support, and I was like, "Yo, I own this. I can prove it. Can you just delete all of this?" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll just delete all of it." And I was like, "Cool, great, amazing."
They're like, "Sure, nerd. Don't worry about it. We'll get
They're
it."
like, "Oh, you want us to make room on our servers? Yeah, okay, bye."
Hell
Like,
yeah. Hell yeah. Are they still a service? Like, I'm surprised they even answered your email. I didn't even know they were still kind of a thing. And no disrespect to them by that. I just generally you haven't heard that name for a while. So I wondered if they were part of something, they were doing a different, endeavor and whatnot. Genuinely curious about Zynga.
They're launching Zynga 2.0. They're owned by Yahoo, so that's generally not a good thing.
Generally, oh my god, man, Yahoo, yeah. That was the first search engine I ever used.
I mean, most people probably. Well, no, not most people, but
I guess some people would have had Google and Jeeves.
Yeah, and then there was always like, remember Netscape?
Netscape Navigator, dude. They had those in the computer rooms at school. The shit was tight. Used to search about Star Wars with my buddy Lewis. Time.
Shout out to Lewis, wherever you're at, where you are,
dude. Shout out to Lewis. What a lad.
All right, I think it's time. It's time to talk about what we always gather here to talk about every Thursday, and that's Destiny 2 and the future of Destiny 2. We're going to talk about the next generation of Destiny. So this is the first of 2 articles that was put out this week.
Patrick Stewart of it. Let's go.
Captain's log.
Mm-hmm.
The stardate has aligned. Oh no, I'm not.
Jean-Luc Picard, bro. Jean-Luc Picard.
Stars have aligned to the next generation of console gameplay begins in the launch window for Beyond Light. Remember, we were like, "Yo, Xbox Series X and Series S come out."
Like, what are they getting?
Still don't know.
Spinfoil hats.
I actually have a note about Spinfoil. I'll go get into after this. Just remind me. So as we continue to improve Destiny 2, we're taking the opportunity to optimize the experience you'll have on this new hardware. The next generation of optimized version of Destiny 2 will launch. Next generation optimized version of Destiny 2, there we go, will launch on December 8th, while things like faster load times and cross-gen play will be available on November 10th. We're taking some more time on the following enhancements to ensure a smooth experience when playing Destiny 2 on your new device. So, these features will be available on your next-gen device in December. 4K resolution for Xbox Series X and PS5. The resolution on the Xbox Series S will be 1080p. The 60 frames per second frame rate. These are.
I like that they're saying 4K and Xbox Series S just gets 1080. Frame rate is okay, 60 across the board.
So worth talking about is that means they'll probably be stuck to 1080 60 for the high end and 1080 30 for the low end next gen consoles before this update. So just keep that in mind. Big thing here, field of view slider, something that's not been on any console ever for Destiny. That's huge. Field of view is something that's such a huge change when you're converting from console to PC and back. Faster load times. I mean, this is why PC is able to do a ton of exploits, especially in Riven cheeses, where people were changing their gear between phases of Riven. It would take forever for your gear to actually appear in your start menu. This is what they mean by that. So hopefully you're getting PC-like or better load times of your menus, of going into activities. Cross-gen play. Weird that it's probably going to suck if you have a Series X or PS5 on launch.
Probably. It's going to be whack.
And you can't cross-gen play. There's probably not many people there. You could actually possibly farm up an easy legendary 5500 if you just grinded nothing but PvP in the first few
days. Yeah, I mean, I guess
that's almost a month.
Yeah, it's true. You figure there's a lot of new players, especially on the Xbox, because it's going to be free on there for the first time. I have a couple buddies that they actually started playing Xbox. Dude, when I loaded in, speaking of the load times, dude, I loaded into that shit. Oh my. Yeah. Like, holy shit. It's bad.
It's real bad.
Like, it's actually fucking bad.
It's garbage, but they're fixing it.
Garbage. That's awesome. That's super awesome to hear.
Final thing on the docket for the December 8th update, rather. Next generation upgrade. That's the Xbox Smart Delivery for both the Series X and the Series S. And whatever PlayStation is calling it, it's coming in that update as well. Again, playing Destiny on launch then means buying Beyond Light specifically for PS5 or specifically for the next gen Xboxes.
Yeah,
That's a little. I'm wondering if this is a little semantic-y. Like, if maybe the Xbox Smart Delivery stuff comes out sooner than that, because it does not make sense for Destiny Beyond Light to be a launch title for the Series X, but not have the Smart Delivery that we thought it was going to have. Or Dan brings up a really good point. Beyond Light coming to Game Pass. When does that happen? We don't really know if that comes on. If that's part of the launch for the Series X and Series S.
The base game is on there now.
Yeah.
The rest of the DLC is on there now. Like Shadowkeep and stuff's on there now.
So we don't really know what that means. Like, is the way that you avoid waiting for this next generation upgrade going through Game Pass? By the way, I just bought Game Pass Ultimate today.
It's awesome.
By the way, if you get the first month for $1, and I was like, shit, I have never played Halo Wars, and I know, well, I've never played Halo Wars 2.
It's great. It's a fun game.
And I'm excited to, because I'm a StarCraft nerd. And there's so much of Halo Infinite that takes from the universe of Halo Wars. I want to know what goes on there. So I was like, shit, you know what? I'm just going to download Halo Wars through Game Pass. It's great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's real good.
I would be surprised if you were just sort of stuck in past gen for like a month after the launch of Series X. What do you think?
I don't necessarily know that they'll be stuck in it. Is it say that it's not going to be optimized? Like the next gen is optimized, launches December 8th. I mean, I think honestly, if anything, like it's just going to be yeah, I know what you mean. Like if anything, might be like a little bit like current gen, but yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't think it matters. For those, here's the thing. For those that are going to experience it and be like, oh, okay, this is a different thing, it's not going to matter to them. You know, anyone that it matters to for FPS and stuff like that, they're going to be playing on PC anyway.
That's true.
It's a bit like, to be real, you know.
Is that really true? I do think there are some holdouts. Cross save is a huge, like the cross save is such a huge thing.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how many people switched platform families in cross save. I feel like most of cross save is just people coming from console to PC. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm genuinely curious how many people. And you know, everybody's going to flop around, but most people don't own multiple device boxes. Most people don't own an Xbox and a PlayStation. There's a lot of people that do, but I'm going to say that like there's still probably, if we're hedging bets on a majority, it's still the bottom 49%.
Right, and
let's
like,
say it's adventurous and go with the top percent. It's still 51. I can't imagine it's higher.
The console demographic is so like the more we do console wars, the more we you think like who is this really for?
Yeah,
and like Sony has the Japan market locked down, but like outside of Japan,
they started doing a lot more marketing campaigns in Japan and Asia for Xbox. I don't know if you saw that. I was kind of intrigued by that because I'm like, ooh, they do have a lot of RPGs. I'm wondering if they're going to try to go back to the market.
I think it's just the combined forces of Windows and Xbox together.
I think so.
It's like,
they like it's a very big sell is like ecosystems.
Yeah, I'm looking at like where consoles don't sell versus where they do sell. Like forever, South Korea did not allow the import of Japanese consoles into the country, which is why StarCraft became such a huge thing in Korea. And it's why PC cafes existed. Like, and then eventually everyone started having their own really high tier internet and like PC per family, then PC per person per family. And that was also sort of in Europe as well, because PC cafes were a huge thing. But with like less of the restrictions of consoles, it was more of like a localization thing. But like in 2020, the people who did end up getting consoles, like it's primarily like the U.S. and Mexico, and I'm thinking of like Mexico has the biggest like Gears of War population in the world. It has, for some reason, Gears of War is like the biggest game, and that's an Xbox exclusive. So like Xbox does really, really well in Mexico. Whereas like I'm not sure how
also King of Fighters is huge in Mexico. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, but like fighting games are also generally console. It's
Yeah,
like
they're always because of cheating. I was talking about that because Mortal Kombat's going cross-gen when they do Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and we're looking at. I was talking with some of the mods for Reddit, and we were like, "Is you know, do you think it's going to come to PC? Because we're all kind of in the same like headspace, that the rest of the caffeines and everybody is. We're former console gamers. Some of us are just always PC diehards, but there's lesser of us in the group. Most of us did come from console. I want to say, and it's just very interesting how certain areas do certain stuff like that. But I wonder really how Destiny fits into that, because there's a lot of cheating in Destiny, especially on the PC side of things for PvP and whatnot, and even other exploits and stuff like that we like thought like, oh, Bungie made a stance on it. They're as long as if it's their error, it's their error. But we've seen them ban some people that actually like use cheat software to like glitch into certain areas and stuff like that. So the console space is a more attractive space, I think, for the holdouts that want to just keep things pure in terms of gaming and not want to get too screwy in with mods and stuff like that. I think there's definitely a fear of PC gaming from that philosophical standpoint on gaming.
Total aside, but like, does One X allow use of mouse and keyboard?
They both do. I think the Xbox S, the one that I have right now, like the regular Xbox one, like the old OG one from 2013, I believe through software it supports mouse and keyboard for some games. I think like Fortnite supported. I think like Warframe is supported.
Right. So I don't think
there's like Destiny a very short list. I don't think Destiny supports it natively on console with the thing. That would be sick if it could, because that would be a nice way to put a PC in another room to have it play some games. A big thing that I was kind of always calling for is I figured Microsoft's, before they started buying up all the software, my thought from Microsoft and how they would kind of come back in the gaming space is partner with Steam, and alongside the Game Pass Ultimate being a great deal before they even bought everything, I was thinking if they partnered with Steam and allowed you to use the Xbox, and after they go through all the features and they're like, and by the way, that one more thing, if you have a PC in your house with PC games and Steam, you can stream them over your network to your Xbox. Make it like a first party partnership Steam box. I thought might be kind of an interesting thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
I think just to like put this all like together though, I'm really wondering why we haven't seen like a big exodus to cons. Like, we're seeing some Destiny YouTubers and personalities stop playing on PC, but like for the most part, people haven't left PC yet for the game as it is.
No, the interesting thing about it, and we could talk about this because I think it's a really interesting point, is that in Destiny, the content creators, when I'm talking about when Destiny 2 came to PC, its first launch late October, November 2017, right? When we all kind of, I know you hadn't joined us yet, but we all kind of had been made the thing where we like imported our characters that we played with for the, those 3 years or whatever on PS4, imported them into the next PS4 generation, played through, did the raid, and we're like, cool. In about 2 weeks now, we're going to do this all again from scratch on PC because we all want to play on PC. But the people that went over there is still a smaller amount. The PC population is the smallest chunk of Destiny players. But it is also, while it is the smallest chunk, it's also got the highest percentage of content creators and people that, let's just say, like, we're not even going to establish a hierarchy, but people that share content that they make on the internet. Let's go with that as content creator. That is a baseline value for it. We don't even have to say like, oh, a partner Twitter streamer or someone that's an influence in the community, right? We'll go even lower. We'll go with like a universal base, players that record content and post it online in some form, be it Twitch or YouTube. The highest population was on PC, but I've seen that too. I've seen some people start to kind of go back to console because it's secure, because there's a sense of a little bit more of ease. Some people just don't like messing around with a PC, which I totally understand too. My PC is my main platform, but I still play on my Xbox just because it's simple and it reminds me of the old days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my Xbox is gathering dust. I haven't even unpacked it from my move like a month ago.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. So just to wrap up, this article, these quick points here. We're offering field of view customization on consoles for the first time. Our goal is to enable a FOV range similar to that on PC. We're testing these solutions to ensure smooth performance across each platform, and we'll have additional details closer to launch. There will be noticeable improvements to things like loading the game and inspecting character inventory, like we said. However, some load times are dependent on networking and matchmaking, as the loading activity still takes time while you search for opponents. For cross-gen play, Xbox Series X and S players can play with Xbox One, and PlayStation 5 players will play with PS4. So that's the end of that. Not... Oh, man, they cut up my twab. I have to go get the article again. But yeah, nothing too crazy. FOV sliders.
It's great. That's just great for the game. There's no flaw with that. It's only a good thing. Now that there is the graphical fidelity to drive that was kind of the holding back factor, is that there was so much in Destiny. Like, the game was just very intense, very pretty game, realistically, even though it's built on an older engine and stuff like that at this point. The game's still very pretty, and there's a lot of stuff to render, a lot of open environments, a lot of enemies and stuff like that. It's a lot of shit going on that it has to render. So the fact that you can actually get that extra resolution, those extra pixels and everything rendered actively on screen, I think that's a great thing. That's kind of mind-blowingly good, is the field of view sliders. And I feel like console players don't know how good they're going to have it until they experience that when the online launches.
I can only imagine that people are going to get kind of like motion sick, like Peter
emotes
in chat. Mm-hmm. But like, when I go back to play like games on PlayStation, dude, it makes me almost motion sick, to be honest.
It's
just like how
kind of whack,
claustrophobic it is. Kind of feels like I've strapped a VR headset to my face, but it's like a foot away from my face.
Yeah, dude.
More.
That's weird.
Yeah. So here's the TWAB, and here's the thing. This TWAB is by Deej. This week at Bungie, we're calling the shot for the next race to world first. Destiny 2, Beyond Light, is about a month away from launch. For us, this means closing out the game and getting it ready to hand off to you, with a few more fun social media moments to unveil along the way. For you, this means a final stretch of anticipating a new story and the new world you'll experience as you aim down the barrel of your weapon of choice. Just quick reader's note, neither Perk nor I have really read the majority of this, just sort of the end. So we'll be live reacting to this.
I haven't read any of it, so I'm fresh.
No, I got spoiled on Twitter. Before it went down. But
I've been off it all day.
We're also going to be interjecting sort of our plans to prepare for World's First and Day 1 rating. So just so y'all know. Back to the TWAB, though. The TWAB. For the elite raiders in the room, this means a new shot at glory. The race to a world-first completion of a raid is one of the most spirited traditions in the Destiny community. Race Day is when the world turns its eyes to the Destiny community, to see who emerges as the hero. We have stood next to some of those legends on a stage while they claim their titles in front of a cheering crowd. It's almost time to fire that starting pistol again. The next race for Raid World First begins Saturday, November 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is, of course, 1 p.m. Eastern.
That is not 3 days or a couple of days after, dude. What the shit?
That is a whole,
That's a whole last week. That's more
than a week, dude.
That's a thick week.
That's a thick boy.
Hold on.
So Beyond Light launches November 10th.
Yes.
It's 11 days.
Yeah. Wow.
It's almost 2 weeks.
It's wow. Yeah, it is. Dude, that's wow.
So
holy shit.
This should give you plenty of time to get ready. We're gonna see. Just quickly react while we do this here.
Okay.
You know how many more people are going to be able to attempt World First now? Probably including us. I think it's great. They want more people involved with this. They know that this is a cultural watershed moment for the community of the game.
That's
it's
so
a big
smart.
Fucking deal. Great move. Bungo.
Wow.
All right. So.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, let's go. That's sick.
This should give you plenty of time to get ready. We see you assembling your fire teams and conspiring how to power your way up to a competitive level. We hear you asking when you should call in sick. Now you know. So get to finalizing your plans. Thank you.
Dude, they know. They know. That's so sick.
I mean, it's been that way forever.
Is that the emblem? Hold on. Is that before you go? Is that the emblem? Scroll.
Yeah, this is the emblem.
Let me see that shit. That's 24 hours?
That's 24 hours.
Let's go. Okay, right. We got to get that.
So, here's what else you need to know. Contest mode will cap all players at 20 power below each encounter for 24 hours. Artifact power will be disabled during contest mode.
Okay.
And 1230 power is your team's goal to be at the cap for all of the encounters.
Okay.
Being above 1230 will not provide any additional advantages in the final fight.
Oh, shit, dude. Okay.
This year, the ritual for naming the winners will be different. Following all the immediate fanfare and bustle that follows the checkered flag, our data scientists will be spending extra time validating the finishing team's run. Expect the official announcement for World First to come a bit later than usual. Disqualifications can happen as per the official rules. Yo, there's official. I'm gonna just go ahead and click the.
They gotta do mail-ins. They got mail-in ballots too.
It's this COVID though.
Yeah.
Finish strong, even if you hear rumors of another team's victory. An award ceremony will take place in the days that follow the raid. We'll crown the champions who return first to orbit after a respectable effort. Once we validate a mission completion, we'll enter their names into history. Every member of the 6-player fire team who is certified as the world first finishers will receive a title belt as their ultimate reward. We will unveil the new belt closer to the start of the race.
Ooh. They got a new belt and shit.
New belt.
Oh, dude.
Can you smell what the Deej is cooking?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm all about that.
Perkamania, brother. All right.
Let me tell you.
Even if you don't win World's First honors, the earliest victors in the raid can claim some awesome rewards to let the world know you were among the first to fight. Everyone who has completed the raid in the first 24 hours while contest mode is activated will receive this very special emblem. For those of you who want to flex in style, we'll be offering a new Europa Ready raid jacket that you can purchase through Bungie Rewards. Finish the raid before December 1st, 9 a.m. Pacific to claim your code. That's a month almost.
Hold up, dude. Like from raid launch, because you figure some people might like other restrictions. So like, okay, so that's like, what is that? When's December 21st?
I'm looking at
when's December 1st? We're getting the raid on the 21st. So that is
1, 2, 3.
That is like almost 2 weeks. That is like
10
some
days.
change. Yo, that is sick. That's honestly perfect because the garden jacket I think was 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Or was it 10 days as well? This is good. I like this. It's still a challenge, but it gets everybody into it, and you can get it. Let's go. We're all doing it.
I would like to do a challenge to
Avengers assemble. Let's
Caffeinds.
go. Let's go.
We did a really good job. Perk fucking blew his brains out, metaphorically, getting us all our jackets.
I did. That was a thing. But I wanted to be there.
I want to challenge our members to follow the efforts and the examples set by our clan dad. I'm going to be doing my best to help anyone who wants to get that jacket, get that jacket. So if you're not in our Discord, hit it up, ! Discord. Join us. Also, tomorrow, I guess when this VOD is up at caffeinds.gg, we're going to, I will be running this raid. I will be dragging people through it. Some of our members will be with me. And we'll help you guys get your jackets. That's a promise from me. I can't speak for anyone else on that, but that's a Will Produces promise.
You know that's my promise as well, because that's where I'm in. We literally, for those of you who are watching who aren't part of the Discord, don't want to do all that stuff, that's totally fine too. Just to let you know, we have like a Google Sheet sign up for our members so that we kind of know where everybody's at with what exotics they have, with what exotics they want to get before the content drops. Like we're about it. Like we're pretty in it. Yep. So it's fun. It's it's like one of those times. It almost, like, for me, one of the reasons why, like, I don't play a shitload of Destiny like between every expansion, but the times that I play the most is content drops, and especially raid launches. It feels like a holiday. I don't know about you, Will. It feels like a holiday to me. Like everybody's getting together. We got to do it. We got to work together, do the goal. You know what I'm saying? It always comes around the holiday times a year.
It does feel like
it's a holiday. Dude, it's a holiday. Destiny miss. Yes. He gets it. He gets it.
Yes. Holiday. Mark it in your calendars. Take some time off, and Perk and I will drag you to the end of that raid, and we'll see you in orbit. I'm also really excited. It says Europa Ready raid jacket.
See me in orbit, bro. Is that a new thing? Did we just do that?
See me in orbit, bro. That's our new sign off. We'll see you in orbit.
Yeah.
So okay, Europa Ready raid jacket. Will this jacket be different than the other raid jackets that we have? Because I would love it to be.
Yeah, it better be. I want it to be like a true bomber jacket. We had like the track jackety style. I really want like a true like nylon bomber. Let's see. Did they show it? Is there a picture?
They don't show it.
Oh shit.
I mean, last time they had some trouble like matching.
Yeah. What is this? Who looks like this?
All right, let's
like
check this out.
wine. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. I'm excited.
So before we get to this, you have until 11:59 p.m. Pacific on December 31st to make the purchase of that raid jacket. Get your money in order. It's time to get yourself a warm ass raid jacket. They're gonna show it off. They're gonna show off a preview of the jacket close to the launch of the raid. So probably after the launch of the expansion.
Okay.
So for those of you who like to savor new content like a fine wine and not rush through the raid experience, you'll have rewards waiting for you when you get there, along with the redacted weapons and armor. Everyone who completes the raid will earn this candy cane emblem. Very Christmassy.
That one's better than the day one.
I mean, I thought that for Garden of Salvation. Apologies to the audio Spotify users for burping into my microphone. I'm just too excited. Also, just real fast. If you're listening to us on Spotify or watching the VOD on YouTube, there's a link below for our Discord channel. So don't freak out. You might be hearing us being like, "Oh, exclamation point Discord in the chat." There's a link for you too. We want to make sure that you can play with us as well, even if you can't catch us live. So get on it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
So then they talked about they talked about the next generation of Destiny, Starside, whatever that we talked about earlier. And they're going to do some Festival of the Lost stuff. Ever since the Festival of the Lost began, we've heard your feedback about the scarcity of cipher keys loud and clear. Last week, we deployed some changes to improve upon the situation. So these are the changes. We just deployed a fix that will drastically increase cipher decoder drop rates. I'm just going to come out and say it. I haven't done any of the Festival of the Lost.
I don't know what the shit a decoder is. I don't even know what this is talking about. I'm assuming this is some like Festival of the Lost. So I
at least know what they do. They're like keys to open chests at the end of the Infinite Forest, Spooky Forest. There is a secret item. There's a secret item in the Festival of the Lost for completing like the final achievement that people are sort of freaking out about it.
4 people are going to get it, and you're going to see somebody with it in 2 years and be like, what's that? You're like, oh, it's Halloween 2020. You're like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, but like, what if it isn't though? Because there is community
exotic quest.
I don't know if it's an exotic quest, but there is some data mine stuff for the end of season event. So remember last season we had the Almighty crashing into the tower.
Yes.
Rasputin shooting the shit out of it, and then the pyramids showed up. Bungie hasn't said anything about that, but we've seen data, we've seen emblems for it. Remember, we got the Rasputin emblem for looking at the tower wreckage. There's another emblem that is that talks about participating in the end of season event. So who knows? Travis Scott comes out with a McDonald's burger, slams it down on the Infinite Forest.
Dude, I would fucking lose my shit.
Giant Travis Scott picks up a triangle, opens it up, and there's a Big Mac inside. Or he stuffs some fries in the empty end of one of the pyramids and just hands it to you. I don't know.
Dude, that would be some cosmic level shit. We just got trolled so hard for what, 6 years?
Money can make it happen.
It can, certainly. I remember when people first started freaking out because there was like a McDonald's poster in like a Splinter Cell game. Here we are. The entire plot of Destiny is all about a Travis Scott McDonald's commercial.
Yep. Going back to the TWAB,
like
these are like the rewards for Festival of the Lost. You can get this. This is a pin that you can get through the Bungie rewards page.
That's cool.
And this emblem as well. Little spooky triangles.
I like it. It's Halloweeny. I'm taking it. I'm down with it.
Awesome. And then down here we got some community art stuff. This is actually just a beautiful poster. This is a fellow Pinoy Filipino artist. Yeah, I'm gonna stop with that. This shirt this Nokra shirt though.
Sight.
I'm considering purchasing it.
The Knocker shirt's pretty legit.
And then they're selling this poster
It's like a band
by Gamma
shirt.
Trap. Gamma Trap from Mylan Games' art videos. This is
Yeah, dude.
fucking incredible.
This so sick. Like, look at that. Look at that. The Dark Blade. That's our very own Sergeant Crepe right there.
Alacool, the Dark Blade.
He bears the helmet. That's how we
Um,
know him.
so if you're interested in any of those pieces, they're live in the Bungie store. We've got Cipher Decoder patch notes that increases it from non-playlist strikes, forge completions, enemy kills, and gambit matches. It ain't Crucible. There's an emote that's missing its initial sound. You can sometimes drop a 750 power in the Haunted Forest. And Hunter Vest clips into other gauntlets. So not that important.
Not at all.
We got some movie of the week stuff. And now here's the sadness.
Yeah.
This is the funeral part of 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
I heard this.
One last time. When the business of this weekly ritual is done, the author usually closes on a personal note. So gather around and let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, on November 7th, 2011, after telling my family that I was running away from home to join the circus, I started my very first day at Bungie. I was starry-eyed, terrified, and in no way prepared for the triumphs and trials that awaited us all. Fast forward to now, past dozens of events, hundreds of deployments, and thousands of patch notes, and millions of spent shell casings from my Suros regime. My last day at Bungie will be November 6th, 2020, thus closing out a full 9 years in the service of the player. It has truly been an honor.
9. He's one of the 9, dude.
Dude, I mean, yeah. But also, guys, remember, this is Deej who's writing this. I'll never forget having the chance to see this community come together and create its own movement. The next destination on my professional journey lies down another path, but I'll always enjoy retracing the steps that we've taken together. I've made a lot of stops in a career that has spanned many different lives. One of my earliest mentors gifted me some wisdom that has proven true time and time again. Always be engineering yourself out of a job and replace yourself with someone better, he insisted. The truest measure of success is building something that can thrive in your absence. Bungie has a very special place where I could do just that. The teams that I've had the privilege to work with will carry the conversation forward from here as they have for years now. They are a fine group of people who care about you as much as the awesome developers who work so tirelessly to create these worlds that we explore together. In so many ways, the community managers who are here to succeed me are better than I ever was at anticipating your curiosities. Stick close to them, and they'll keep treating you like the heroes that you are. I'm proud to say that I'm leaving Bungie even more a fan than when I arrived those 9 years ago. Whoever warned you that you should never meet your heroes didn't have the chance to work in a place like this. I am taking with me a lifetime of incredible memories of Guardians I would never have known otherwise. Destiny will continue to be an amazing game, in part because of you. The people who play Bungie games together are the pride and joy of this company, and it has been my pleasure to keep our community tradition strong during my time up front. Let's not say goodbye, my friends. Beyond Light is an experience that I'll share with each of you. You'll still see me around for the weeks leading up to launch, and then I'll be reverting back to my original role as a passionate member of this community. See you on Europa. Thank you for everything, and please do be excellent to each other. Deej out.
Wow. That's definitely the end of an era. That is from the early inception days of Destiny, all through its development, all through its original launch, and through now, in nearly 10 years. That is outrageous. Big thank you to Deej for all that he's done. He's definitely, I think it would be easy to say that he has planted some of the first footsteps and planted the first seeds of just how good the Destiny community turned out to be. You know, I met a lot of wonderful people through it. Bonds from people that I knew otherwise, like, you and Coffee Hazard, bonds strengthened from it, so it's that community aspect is a wonderful thing. And you can easily say for certain that Deej definitely was a forerunner in that area for certain. So sad to see him go, but definitely wish him well. Curious to see where we see him move on to.
Just best wishes in terms of whatever is next for him. I briefly got to work with Deej during the MLG Destiny Invitational back in the day. one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Yeah, tongue tied because I'm so sad. Um, but you know, community managers have such a fucking hard job. You know,
Yeah, they do.
they're the filters for a community's like rage and backlash and feedback and joy. They see the whole range of emotions from us, the community.
Yeah.
And Deej has really done that with a sense of like grace and poise that you don't see from a lot of community managers in other games. I know a lot of community managers that just don't do it as well as he has. I think DMG and who else is succeeding him? Because it's not just one person.
There's a bunch of people that have been added to the community team over the past months, and even I want to say I first kind of saw the writing on the wall about a year ago. It seemed to be that they were massively building up the content team. So I was like, I wonder if Deej is gonna go off on to do something else, or head the team up or something like that. But it seems that they kind of diversified a lot of those responsibilities and everything together. Because that's one thing too. I was talking about earlier today is that the power that someone thinks it really is, you only actually have power if it's divided up amongst everybody. So I feel like that community aspect is great, and I think it's sewn into what I'm sure from Deej's perspective and research and Bungie's is people that they really trust to carry the torch forward.
Yeah. So I guess to try and put a bow on it, we're gonna miss you, Deej.
Definitely.
But this community is in great hands. Thank you for helping us become the community that gives the most charity in any game that I know.
Yeah, by a long shot.
To be honest, without a manager like Deej, the community probably would not be where it is today. So we'll see, Space Wizard.
Sure.
And we're not done with the show. We still have some time. So Perk, that was our main points for the show today, though. To sort of reiterate on what we've got going on with the website, caffeinds.gg will be live either tomorrow, some point this weekend. Keep a lookout for that. What sort of content can we be looking forward to on launch?
So on launch, we've got some cool stuff. We are going to be first on launch day. Even though that we know that the raid has moved back, you know what? The hell with it. We're going to do this for the next 2 weeks now, just because it's going to be a bigger, longer prep. And we're going to make sure that everybody is prepped going into that shit. So we now have a new goal in mind. Instead of getting to see who's eligible to even run with the amount of time that we have versus work and stuff like that, now it's just going to be that we're going to be able to assemble all the Avengers all together and take on the challenge.
All the portals.
We're opening all the portals. Being that as it may,
Wong.
now that I have, we do. Now that that's the case, I'm gonna make sure that everybody else knows that's interested. Let's get a strong second group and maybe even a third group together to take on the raid challenges, and we'll maybe have those who don't really want to participate, maybe kind of running some data back and forth between the groups just to kind of help progress and sort of tackle it, together in different little pods and see what we can get when we put our brains together. But it'll be interesting. So for raid prep and everything that we're going to do, you're going to see streams pretty much all week leading up to it. I'm going to kick it off with launch. We're not going to do a podcast that week just because we're going to be so busy playing and enjoying the game. So you will see all of our normal streams plus probably some more. I was going to go live on Friday with the stream, but being that it's going to be launching an entire, that's crazy, an entire weekend later, we'll figure out something. I'm going to throw this out there right now and just kind of brain bomb it. Let's actually see about maybe if we can get multi-cams on a raid and maybe have a live run switcher to see between our different perspectives for a couple of us.
You're gonna do this to me?
I'm gonna do this to you, dude. How sick would that be, though?
You're gonna make me flex my producer muscles on air?
How sick would that be, though, if we were able to do that?
What the will is cooking? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that now that you've challenged me to do that. God damn it.
Boom, that's what I do. Put you on the spot. Let's try it. Bring that bread. You know what I mean? So anyway, for content, that's what we're gonna be doing. Is
Oh,
More streams, more content, raid guides as soon as we can. We're gonna have a section on the website that has databases for all of our maps. That we're gonna have shittily drawn ones up there first with like squiggles, and then I created a little kind of a faux template starter that I'm gonna be using. I created my own assets to create maps. We want to have maps, and we're gonna have them big, and you're gonna be able to see them. Do a little bit of cartography for the encounters and the guides and stuff like that.
Help, I fully intended on using Dungeons and Dragons map makers to make
perfect. We can co-op
whatever
that.
map stuff. So
I have a cool little start to it.
Listen, so quick shout out to Stream Deck and Elgato for allowing me to multitask. So I'll probably dude, if we can get the raid and I can produce a stream at the same time, I'm calling in that fucking Elgato sponsorship because
go for it.
We're fucking doing it, bro.
Dude, if we manage to complete the raid and we're able to live swap and do it like an actual really cool like a team stream thing, I think that would be sick. I think that would be so sick. That would be worth just sampling the content, just because I don't think anybody will have ever done that yet to this point. They do it after the fact, but I'm talking about live. Like no one's done it live. Or even commonly live, right? I don't think anybody really live produces like a stream, like a team stream like that.
Nah, well, for WoW, like my friends at former Method and also Limit Method, it exists, but unfortunately, it's kind of a disgraced guild nowadays. They did huge things for their world first raids in World of Warcraft. To the point where they Limit teamed up with Complexity, a team that is just famous across all esports, mostly Counter-Strike, and they got all their guys down to a Dallas, Texas-based facility and did a show out of there. And we're able to get world first while doing something huge. Imagine if we all cooped up in someone's house and they had FiOS and we were doing a huge produced stream.
Dude, that's the goal, man. The Caffeinds castle. It's just gonna be like a sick castle. And then there's a compound built attached to it where we have all sorts of things. Dude, it's crazy. So 100 Thieves house is going to be sweating when they see the Caffeinds.
You know what we should do is we should buy a White Castle and then gut it.
Oh.
And that's our venue.
Crave calls the dungeon. Easy. Sold. Put him down for it.
All right. The Crapery dungeon is.
You're gonna see the assignment sheet when you walk in. You're like, nope, he's got credit. He called it.
I do want to sort of bring it back to the seriousness of our raid prep. What are you doing personally to get ready for not just the raid, but I guess the launch of Beyond Light?
There's nothing that I'm doing personally because I have literally everything. But what I'm doing that's helping me personally is making sure that everybody else is good, so that we are easier to swap in and out players for when we need to have time to do a completion or to bring some other players through runs or whatever else we need to do. Because I'm assuming at that point, we're probably going to be even helping out some folks that maybe aren't even in the clan that just are looking,
probably
tweets thrown around going, hey, anybody got a run? Yeah, let's get them in. Let's do stuff like that. So for me, I'm trying to equip everybody with as much as they have. The only thing that I'm actually missing, from the game, as far as what the game considers me not having, is Jotun. It's the only thing.
I'm missing Jotun, Heir Apparent, because I didn't want to do that.
I don't have Heir Apparent either or Fourth Horseman, but they're not acquirable. Jotun's the only thing that's actually in the game currently that I can go acquire that I haven't yet. And I've been slowly doing it, but I feel like that's something I might end up using the Cypher on next season, depending on how they work or whatnot. But it's the only thing that I don't have. So I'm not super concerned about it. I know there's going to be an alternate way to get it, they've said. And Jotun is also not a DPS machine. It's sort of like a ad control device, so to speak. And
it's a PvP signifier that you have no skill.
Yeah, it's the toaster. Yeah. It's the toaster. So it's not like Whisper or Outbreak, where these are weapons that are really good for deeps and stuff like that. Heir Apparent is the only one that's a little bit of a concern, but also they put a really good weapon in arguably Destiny's worst activity. So I think there's a lot of people that don't have that one, especially, and I highly doubt that that's going to be a DPS machine, especially because you can't ADS with it. I'm sure it's great, but I don't know. It's a gamble. We have everything else that we need, though.
Yeah. For me, I'm talking about enhancement cores, upgrade, infusion.
I'm maxed on stacks. I have 2,000 of each planetary material. I've got 8,000 legendary shards. I've got ships in the vault now.
Taking a page out of my book.
Yeah, I'm taking a
I
page
haven't
out of
even done
yours.
that yet. I need to do that.
Stupid book of just being like, dude,
Stupid
I have a page of like 900 speeders, dude. It's crazy. And I'm like, all right, man, that's cool. I thought you were nuts. And now I'm like, all right, I guess I guess I'll throw some in there. Why not?
Do you know how long those sparrows lasted me for Glimmer? I was never in need of Glimmer until 3 months ago.
They lasted the winter.
That was literally from the beginning of Shadowkeep.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I have a bazillion of every other material, so I would just go to Spider and be like, yo, give me some money, dude. And he's like, all right, bro. So hit that vending machine real quick. But yeah, it's been fine. I'm stacked on everything. Honestly, one thing I'd like to be stacked a little bit higher on, because I was doing the tribute haul last night and I realized that to get the ghost things, to get all of the stuff, you actually have to dish out kind of a lot of bright dust. So I started cashing in bounties that had bright dust, but apparently now we don't need to prep at all, right? Because they're going to bounty wipe us, or not bounty wipe us, but it won't make sense because you'll still be able to get like a full rotation of bounties in that day. So we might as well dump our bounties now and then just do that.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I think it's my thought for leaning that way is, I guess maybe on day one you just dump all the bounties that are there, but it's still going to stop them for the week. So there's probably
you gotta do it in a fire team with the bonus or whatever.
Yeah, the boost thingy.
Yeah, did you check out the DestinyRecipes.com/checklist today that I dropped into our prep chat?
No, I've been offline today, honestly.
Right, let me show you this. So this is
take me through it. That's me. Hi.
I'm a little embarrassed in how behind I am. Because I definitely burned a lot of resources this season.
So, look at this. They tell you how prepared you are?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
So, like, I haven't begun my process of hoarding any of my other sides. But
oh my god, they even have the ships, dude!
So, for me, I gotta go load up on helium filaments and etheric spiral.
Dude, this is awesome!
Crucible tokens, I'm very close to being at max.
Shout out to... We find it real quick. I'm sorry. Who made this website? We need to give them a shout out. This is outstanding. This is an outstanding use.
Hair Exion.
Dude,
Twitter.com/chalice recipes is their Twitter.
Big love, dude. We're gonna shout them out on Twitter.
I used this during Shadowkeep as well.
I didn't know that this site existed until right now.
I think I showed it to you in Shadowkeep. Anyway,
probably.
So it also checks what bounties you have stored. So, like, I've only been doing, like, the PvP weekly bounties because I'm grinding and fucking not forgotten right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is how poorly prepared I am. We'll fix this by launch day. But if you guys want to check that out, that is DestinyRecipes.com/checklist. We'll get you there alongside us. I need to do some fucking, like, I have not done a Grandmaster Nightfall ever. And I need to do some Master Nightfalls just for the double rewards. I need prisms and shards.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Destiny Recipes. I'm trying to make sure it's saying the right website.
DestinyRecipes.com.
I'm like, what is it?
/checklist.
I got it. It's Bungie offing me now. I'm curious where I stand in the whole circle for it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty sweet of a deal. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out in a second how prepared I am, because I'm talking all this shit. And like, what if I'm actually not prepared? What am I going to do with myself?
Then we get prepared. We have some days, dude.
We have many days, dude, but it's actually really nice. I'm going to share this with some of the newer members that
it's already in our, if you're in our Discord, it's already in our Beyond Light prep channel.
Imagine being in our Discord.
Young Beansy and Ben dropped thank you, Will, for dropping that, as well as Lucas. So
was it? Yeah. Did you count your likes now on?
Listen, man, I gotta get dopamine somehow.
Dude, that's the whole segment now. We'll do a show and tell of our most liked thing that we've done for the week. It could be sad internet show and tell. How many likes did you get?
For me,
I got 400. Wow.
Fine.
You get a prize.
I had a fire tweet today, actually.
Did you have a fire tweet?
Fire.
You're tweeting fires? That's sick, bro.
California better watch out, man. I'm tweeting fire.
All right, too soon. Jesus.
No, I was just making fun of esports LinkedIn today. But
oh, dude, I was with you on that. I think I texted you about that too. I was like, dude, that's why I never mention it because it's always so weird.
Yeah. But if you want to see that fire, twitter.com/wheelproduces, and he's twitter.com/perkfgc coming up on the channel. This Saturday, I don't know if I'm gonna stream. If I do, it's gonna be way later than usual.
Is it?
I'm live with the Western Europe regional finals of Call of Duty Mobile at youtube.com/Call of Duty Mobile, all spelled out if you want to watch that show. And then when I'm done with that, I'll be probably streaming to the Caffeinds later in that night. We'll see what's going on there. Sunday Fun Day. Are we active this week?
Sunday Fun Day is active this week. I don't know what they're playing, but they're playing something. Someone's computer will probably be on fire.
Oh, Hero Gorgeous.
Solo Hero Gorgeous. He's running a solo dolo. Dude, he was solo Monday. Yo, shout outs. Caffeine to the week is Hero Gorgeous.
I thought we weren't doing that.
You put it down. We're not, dude.
Cheers.
We're not. Cheers. We're not doing it, but I'm just giving him the props for it because he did it and it was fucking tight. He was handing that shit.
Hero solo.
But Hero solo. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. He did a great job. We're gonna have another one of those, I guess. Sorry for calling that out and not giving you the proper attention for it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and then back on Monday. Lucas will be back next Monday, and then I'm back on Tuesday. We're gonna be doing some more raids. We had a nice raid opener.
Fire.
That was a spicy one. I think we're actually continuing it tonight. I don't know if you saw the post from Orange about it.
I'm not sure if I can. I'll see.
Want to jump in the Spire? That's fine. We'll throw together a group and see it. It's still early. Next week is officially like raid season again. So not a big deal, but we got that going. It's all good. Cheers.
And as usual, if you guys are watching us live and you have Amazon Prime, you also have Prime Gaming. Go ahead, link your accounts to your Twitch account. If you do that, you get the chance to support any channel on Twitch that is an affiliate or a partner, and doing so will give them actual literal money, and it costs you nothing. All you have to do is click the subscribe button below me. If you would like to support us for actual money, it is still September. So you can get a recurring subscription for 20% off this month. Normally, it's $5. They're taking it down to, what is that, like $3?
It's October 15th.
Oh, motherfucker, it's September? Is it?
No, dude.
Wow.
I was like...
Time is a flat circle. Do they...
I was like, wait. And I looked at my calendar. And I'm like, wait, dude.
We've done another podcast in October
15th. All good. Yeah, so anyway, about September.
Listen, the only thing I can remember is the 21st night of September. That's embarrassing. Well, you know
it's
what?
Okay. It's okay.
Not gonna lie. The
45th September.
But yeah, it's. I swear I saw that like the subs were still discounted.
It's fine. Maybe they are. Show us your primes. It's fine.
Listen. Yeah, show us your primes.
Show us your primes.
That feels weird to say. I don't want to say that anymore.
It does, but it's fine. Who cares?
Or just sub, or
we're having fun.
Oh, look who it is. Will $100 bill. It's me. So, anyways, back to my my show-ending plug. If you're not already following us on YouTube, please go check us out there. We're trying to get 100 subs there so that we can actually get a URL to point people towards. We're like 30 subs right now, so go ahead. Check out our YouTube. There's a button below us if you're here live. If you're on the Spotify, go to YouTube. Check out Caffeinds. That's Caffeinds, and sub there. If you're not listening to us on Spotify, I don't blame you. We haven't done a real good job of pointing you there, but we are on Spotify as well. We'll get buttons for all of our channels later, but all you need to know is if you search up Caffeinds Cast or just Caffeinds on Spotify, we're there too. We're also on Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star review if you like the show. If you hate us, light us up. That's fine. Ah, shit, dude. Ninetail dropped a sub right now. He's been subscribed for 2 months straight. That's awesome. We're going to end the show here for VOD. So if you've enjoyed it or not, let us know. Talk to us. I'm Will. He's Perk. Our Twitters are below us.
What up?
And they're in the links below as well. Check us out on Discord. We will see you in orbit.